Camping is a wonderful activity when done in the right place. However, making the wrong choice is really easy. The world is a place that holds many terrors and mysteries. Its natural places are no laughing matters, but quite the opposite. Going into the woods at night can be dangerous, especially when it comes to England. In this ancient stronghold of the Druids, the forests have an ancient power that year after year seems to be attracting the most terrifying events on the planet. It isn't fortuitous that most campers prefer to hike and visit nature when the sunlight is still warming their bodies. The night hides dangers and dark things, and if you join us this time, you too will discover why you shouldn't camp in this forest overnight. Although, to be more precise, we must talk about Eldenbridge Woods, a civilian area belonging to the Sevenoaks district of the County of Kent. This bewitching place of 22,000 kilometers and 7,808 inhabitants has one of the most disturbing forests in England. Here, the paranormal stories surpass any place on the planet, and that is due to the mysterious specter that seems to be wandering through the meadows of this parish. The local inhabitants cannot agree on what is behind this strange phenomenon, but one thing is certain: no one wants to go near the place. In fact, whenever tourists arrive, they make sure that they don't go near the woods. But it isn't always possible, and the adventurers end up encountering something they would never expect to see in their lives. Just for this reason, this week the YouTuber Mr. MBB333 published a video on his YouTube channel in which an inexplicable fact is shown. Usually, this content creator specializes in paranormal cases and virtual archaeology. Over the years, he has been finding amazing mysteries, but what he presents for his audience in this opportunity is something difficult to understand. The video belongs to a woman who was at a campsite in Edenbridge at 3 a.m. That night, none of the members of the campsite had slept, as they wanted to prove that nothing strange was happening in the woods. And so the night went on, until the campfires went out, several members of the group fell asleep, and everything fell into a deep silence. By then, only the woman remained on guard, but it didn't last long. While checking her cell phone, she noticed a strange sound coming from the forest. When she looked up, she couldn't distinguish anything, so she decided to use her cell phone's flashlight to help herself. The powerful light illuminated the undergrowth, the earth, and the trees, but showed nothing irregular, until she came across something that paralyzed her. A short distance away and very close to a thin tree with sparse foliage, a dark and terrifying figure emerged. With vague human features, an extremely elongated body with amorphous arms holding a pitchfork, and a faded face in which only two bright eyes like stars could be perceived. Immediately, the woman began to press the button on her cell phone, hoping to take a picture of that strange apparition. Her heart was pounding as the flash of the phone illuminated the place with a blinding light. Then, when the woman stopped pressing the button, she discovered that the creature had disappeared. She was all alone again, along with her group, who remained in a deep sleep until the next morning. The mysterious images that were recorded on the cell phone have terrified internet users and have caused a countless variety of opinions and comments. For many people, this alleged creature could be a simple animal that appeared in the forest attracted by the aroma of campers' food, and the strange humanoid shape simply responds to a visual effect produced by the flash. Other users do not seem so convinced of this fact, but instead are completely certain that this confirms the accounts of the Edenbridge villagers, and that this figure could be the spirit of some druid or a specter that wanders with its grief in this area looking for someone who can soothe its torment. Both theories seem to have equal numbers of believers and detractors, but one thing is certain: these mysterious images seem to be about to unveil one of Kent's mysteries. Does this specter really exist? Is this the spirit that all local people have been seeing for decades? Will there be other people who can capture the image of this entity? There are no answers to these questions on social media, but new videos related to this subject appear every month, and little by little it has become an interesting topic that generates the most intense debates. Maybe someday we will discover the truth behind this enigma. But history seems to show that these paranormal events can rarely be understood from a rational point of view. The spirit world is much deeper than we understand. But if you're really interested in the subject and would like to continue discovering more about these types of paranormal events, then you'd better settle into your seat and join us in the following videos. We promise you'll rethink many things you knew, and you'll leave with more questions than you can imagine.